All right, so this video is for any brand who is selling their own physical products online, and we're going to walk you through as quickly as we can how we raised our prices, tripled our sales, and made 7 times more profit with just one simple shift. Same product, same traffic, exact same page. We see this as the new way to sell more physical products with less effort, and we're going to show you how to do it in the next 30 days. This will change the way you sell physical products online forever. It did for us as well. And if you do stay until the end, we want to give you the exact system for free. There's literally no weirdness about this. This is legit free. And a cool calculator to make it all work and present you with a cool opportunity where we can actually work with you to implement this business over the next 30 days for free. There's no catches with it at all. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, but your sales still don't reflect your effort, you're not alone. Everyone's been there, right, Peter? This one small little shift that we made, these are all legit numbers from a brand that we recently started in the last year, helped us increase our conversions by 211%, multiply our sales by 3.1%, gave us 8.1 times more profit, and twice as many repeat buyers and referrals.
The old funnel, 0.72%, with Trojan selling 2.24%. Profit per visit went from 7 to 59p. Paid customers increased from 12 to 38, and total profit there, £121.20 on our old system to £987.24 the new system. And likewise, the average price of the product went from $49.99 to $65.87. Alex, that sounds like a miracle.
It does. But these are actually real numbers, and
Real
we
numbers.
were completely lowballing this when we tested this. So these results came from just 1,678 visits, and the numbers only improve when you have more traffic. Yeah, the more visits you get, the bigger the upside. Up until now, we haven't shared this publicly because we've kind of been testing this system with a new brand that we launched. But now, we want to share with it. Yeah, I'm Alex, here with Peter. We have been selling physical products online since 2018, 2017 between us. Met mutually at a company we both used to work for who taught people how to sell physical products on Amazon. And since then, we've kind of just been working together, growing different physical products brands, and teaching people how to do the same. And this is kind of our old way of selling. So we used to sell on Amazon primarily. We sold mainly private label products on Amazon, didn't really have a specific brand, didn't really build anything other than a profit generating machine on Amazon, selling pretty much the most random products, which just made some money. But by doing that, you essentially are capping your own growth because you aren't building a sellable asset. We then followed a ton of different other programs, tried drop shipping. We sent paid Google ads to landing pages, websites. And, this all worked, didn't it, Peter? It all worked, but everything was just unpredictable. We wanted a system that was more predictable and something that we could grow and scale and would enable us to build a sellable asset. Now, we don't want to just build something to make a sellable asset. We just want the choice that if we do want to sell a brand later on, we can do. So that's kind of where we're at now. And the old way of selling, I don't know if you agree with this, Peter, but we were always feel like you're working hard to sell products to someone. Customers were also working hard to believe in you and your product. And it always felt like a fight. It was always like this level of friction. It was never easy.
All right, guys. So what is Trojan selling, right? Trojan selling is built around one powerful idea. If you give first, people are much more likely to give back. I think you guys probably know that from your own life, right? Now, this is the law of reciprocity. It's human nature and it's the foundation of our method. And I'll be honest, we had doubts too about this because, if you're in the product business and you're inclined to give something first, it can feel a bit risky, right? Won't people just take advantage? Will this make our product feel cheap? What if they try it and they never buy? And this is the really good one. I'm not even crazy for considering this. I was called that, right? We had those thoughts, but this is what we found out. When structured correctly, conversions don't drop. They actually multiply. And this is a secret that not many know about, right? The pressure is gone, the trust is built, and the product itself, it proves itself. So there's 3 phases of Trojan selling. So the first phase is see it. This is where we create an instant belief by letting people experience the product before they commit. The friction drops and the trust rises, okay? This is a really good offer. Use it. They try it, feel it, live with it, right? There's no hard sell, just real value up front. The product does the selling. And this is also paired with mini wow moments. There's a little experiences between you and your customers. And this just reinforces that positive experience in the use it phase. And then at the end of all this, the customer moves to the share it phase. This is after they've gone through a process, called the invisible checkout, where their card is billed for the product, but they don't mind because they've had a great experience and they want to give back. They want to use that law of reciprocity. They don't even realize they're doing it. So they share it with their friends, they talk about the product. Ultimately, all this giving to our brand actually brings people right back to the see it phase at the beginning. So it's a perfect loop. So it completely flips the funnel. You give first, and the sale happens naturally. So it was developed through live testing, real customer behaviors, and years of selling physical products online. Now, want to see those numbers live? So let's walk through the calculator so you can see exactly what happens when you Trojan your brand. All right, guys, so this is the calculator that I put together that really reinforces how this model works, okay? What you do is you just put in your metrics here. So in this case, it's 5,000 monthly visitors, £300 ad spend, a conversion rate of 1.46%, cost per sale of £4.11. This is pre-Trojan, right? Cost of manufacturing fulfillment, 40 quid. Item sales price, 89.99, okay? Now, when you move over to Trojan, let's keep all this the same in terms of monthly visitors, in terms of ad spend, okay? But straight away, we can expect an increase in conversion rate because when you make a really good offer, people are inclined to take you up on that. So we've just said a 90% improvement. That brings our conversion rate straight away from 1.46% to 2.77, right? That also reduces the cost to get a customer, in this case, into a trial. The manufacturing cost is the same, but the item sales price, we can actually charge more because when you are given value up front, you're giving that trust, people are happy to pay a little bit more because they're getting to test the product, they're getting to use the product, and the price that they're going to pay, the full price, it's a little bit further away. So we can increase the price, right? We generally take a deposit for the trial, which basically means that we like to give a logical reason for this. So it's not like just pay for the trial. It's like, we'll give you a free trial, just cover shipping and handling, generally around 10 quid, right? But straight away, those numbers hold true. The old system, you'd have 73 sales. The new system, you'd have 139 trial signups. Trial success rate. We have actually, to date, at time of recording, 100% success rate. No one has not taken the product at the end of the trial. And that's a testament to our product, but it's also a testament to the experience the customer is having. But if we didn't have the trial, we've seen those numbers, we made much, 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 much less revenue and profit because people just weren't opting into our funnel, right? We can be a little bit more, we can say 80% and change it. It's still, very good successful trials that are higher than successful orders, right? So if we leave it at 80% there, which again, I think, if 20% of your customers is giving your product back, there's something wrong with your marketing or there's something wrong with your product, right? But either way, all that aside, new revenue, almost 5K, new profit from using this system, 2,000. And this continues for every 5,000 visitors you put into your funnel. So it allows you to spend more. It allows you to acquire more customers profitably. Now, there's another thing that's worth pointing out as well. The third phase of the Trojan selling method is the shared phase. And in the shared phase, people want to give back, and they're giving back because of the great experience they've had, because of the trust we've given them, and so forth. And we've seen this in our own business. If we look at this, if we just assume that 10% of our customers refer us to another person, and they do this twice. Now, I actually believe you can get much higher numbers than this, but if we just look at that and be conservative, these numbers hold true, you will have almost 1,000 referred customers over the space of a year. That's the third leg of the Trojan selling method.
I mean, let's just lowball these numbers. So enter the cycle rates, change that to 1. What happens if you even drop the referral rate down?
Let's drop it down to 5. That's still 90 new customers.
And we said before that, even if you had like an 80% success rate, so 20% of people weren't happy with your product for whatever reason and sending it back, you can expect some returns, right? But if the percentage of people sending your product back after, being part of this free trial is like 60% or less, then what it actually does is it's pointing out a problem with your product, not like the system or the numbers, which is kind of interesting. Now, we tested this, and like Peter said, we have literally had like 100% success rate with this. And it just goes to show that if you have a premium product that people love and they test it and you've wowed them with those mini wow moments throughout that trial period, they want to keep it. And it's not just the law of reciprocity, that's part of it, but also if you have a good product, why would someone not want to keep it? And it's better than what they already have. You are going to get access to this calculator as well It'll be below this video, so you can plug in your own numbers and see what happens when you Trojan your brand and your products. And you'll pretty much see, even if you lowball these numbers, the calculator will still come out on top. So even if
Mm.
you have lower monthly visitors than this example, or higher or lower prices, you can play around with the calculator, go wild, and you'll still see that it takes a lot for this thing to be off and you actually be
Mm.
breaking even. So, like we said before, like this whole system is based on the law of reciprocity. We didn't invent it; it was already there. We're just kind of tapping into it and applying it to a system, to people's brands, and we turned it into a repeatable system that's now tailor-made for modern e-commerce brands, so people who sell physical products online. Here's some proof that it's always worked. This is like back before Shopify and the internet was even a thing. There should be an image here of a Hoover. I don't know why it's not showing, but back in the 1930s, there were vacuum trials where people could try a vacuum before paying a single penny. Risky again, but it worked. How can you not see the difference between a dusty floor and a clean floor that is not covered in dust?
Well, I imagine, Alex, people just got started using them and they were just like, I've never been without this. And that's what
Yeah,
happened. The product was so
exactly.
good.
Totally.
Product sold itself.
Same again. Again, I don't know why this image isn't showing, but there's a company out there called Warby Parker who offer free try-ons for prescription glasses. This is all based on trust, and that company is now worth over $1 billion. They basically allow you to test, I think it's up to 5 pairs of glasses. So they'll send you out these glasses. You can try them for, I don't know what the trial period is that they set, but essentially they're giving before they're asking for anything just to put the customer in that position where they feel they have complete control over the whole buying process, and there's no friction at all. Customer can take the glasses, they can try them on, use them, test them, and then just send back the ones they don't want. And then obviously our brand as well. So this is a fairly new example. Like we've started Apex maybe in the last year, and we've only been implementing this system, and the results that you saw from the start were from this brand in the last couple of months, because we started on Apex, if I remember rightly, and I think for the first few months we didn't have this trial implemented. We were just selling where people bought in full, paid in full, as you
Mhm.
know, as most people sell, and it worked. But then as soon as we started implementing the Trojan selling method, then you see the results crystal clear. And we
Mhm.
basically gave these goggles to people. They just covered the shipping and handling. They had 30 days to test the goggles. If they liked them, they just paid the rest of the balance and kept them. And we've had
Mhm.
a 100% success rate so far, which is great.
Mhm.
The pattern was always there, but now we've turned it into a system. The truth about today's customers, people, I mean, just look at your own buying behaviors when you're watching this. People are tired of being sold. If someone tries to come and sell you something, say if you're walking through a shopping mall and some random person approached you trying to sell you something, your guard is up like, whoa, I'm not sure I want this thing.
Mhm.
That's kind of like what e-commerce and selling physical products online is like for a lot of people right now. Trojan selling gives them a reason to trust you before they get their card out or before they
Yep.
buy. And that trust, this is what drives more conversions, more profit, and longer term growth. We've explained this, we've showed you the calculator. So just imagine what Trojan selling could do inside your brand. And if you're still watching this video, you can still apply to join our private beta group. And this is basically where we want to invite you to let us help you implement this whole system inside your own store for free. And just to be clear, it's not about just offering a trial for a product and that's it. That's not the entire system. There's many more components to it that make up this entire system for long-term growth. And we want to start helping brands, direct to consumer brands who sell physical products online, who want to test this for themselves in their own store. Again, in the spirit of transparency, we're looking for 5 people, 5 brands to work with. Our only goal with this literally is to get some case studies so we can show other people out there, hey, look, we've got this really cool system that works. How can we help more people? But right now, we need proof that it's going to work. I'm 100% confident this will work, but we just need brands to work with to implement it on. Right now, it's free. This is our entire system, automations, playbooks, the works. We're just looking for a few great case studies. There will be details below this video where you can apply. And once you apply, you'll also get sent the calculator as well. So you can go and test all these numbers for yourself.
I've never believed in something as much as I believe in this because I've seen firsthand the mind shift that happens in customers' minds when they get a trust first offer, like when they get a Trojan offer. They literally are like they just want you to succeed. And there was one thing that I thought when you were talking there, it's like we're not trying to convince people
Yeah,
to try our product. We're just saying here, try it out, see what it's like, and we're letting the product convince them. And that,
Yeah.
I think that's key. And that's
Yep.
that's amazing. And if you have a good product, you know, it'll scale you to the moon.
There's details below this video of how to apply. And yeah, look forward to working with you soon.